There she is. There's my boat. I'm Captain Mike, and this is ReelReports.com. This is episode number 12 of our Dream Boat Build series, and we're just making some really good progress here. In the last video, we were in the shop and we put the deck and liner into our boat. This is a 3-piece build construction. So we got our hull, we got our deck and liner, and then we got the cap that goes on top. So we got 2 of those 3 pieces. We also showed you that they applied foam in between the hull and the liner there. I want to show you guys right now the finished product there, show you that foam. They were able to trim it. They got it in there perfectly. It's a nice strong finish right there. Check this out. All right guys, I'm here at the boat now, and you can see here just how tight that foam is in between the hull of the boat and the liner. They did that for strength to bond the hull to the liner. It also helps with sound deadening, and it's just a really strong process. But that wasn't enough for the guys here at Latitude Boats. They went into every accessible hatch they could, and they did fiberglassing again. They took that mat and they fiberglassed the liner to the hull anywhere they could. So I saw that they went in through the anchor locker up there, they went through the bait well area, they went in each one of these hatches, and you guys can see right here the fiberglass, you know, little notches that they have all over the boat there, and it's just a really strong build. I mean, this feels extremely solid now. And you remember last time I was in here, this was, you know, flimsy because it wasn't adhered to the hull yet. But now, I mean, this is just strong. And that foam, in case you guys were wondering, filled this cavity like no other. I mean, that stuff is messy. When you spray it in there, it expands so much. We looked on the can, we couldn't figure out what the volume was per square inch, but I mean, it really expanded. And then they cut it off at the top here, and now it just looks perfect. So we're pretty much ready to put the cap on now. They're doing some other stuff on here, you know, such as non-skid and all that, but we're getting close, guys. We're getting real close. In that previous episode, I gave you guys an opportunity to win the livebait.com threadfin herring long sleeve hoodie shirt. I just love that shirt. I built it exactly for offshore fishermen. You could even wear that out to dinner, a restaurant, anything. It's a great, comfortable shirt, and I gave you guys the opportunity to win it. All you had to do was tell me just how many cans of foam that Shane used when he put it in between the liner and the hull there. Well, the results are in. All right, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and a half. 12 and a half is the winner. Several of you guys got that right. I don't know how the heck you did it, because I didn't show you much, but it was a pretty incredible. A lot of you guys were very close. The winner, the first person to get it, was Mark Manning. So Mark, reach out to me, send me an email at mike@reelreports.com. Let me know your shirt size as well as your address, and I'm gonna send you out a shirt. For those of you guys that didn't win, that really wanted the shirt, I am fulfilling the pre-orders now until we go live on livebait.com. I have several in stock, so just shoot me an email if you want to purchase one as well. If not, just keep watching these videos, because I'm going to give you a chance to win the shirt as well, or wait until we go live at livebait.com, which should be sometime in the middle of May or so. So we're back in the shop here today, and we got something really cool going on here. We're doing more customizations. when looking at the stringers, you know, when I'm in these boats here in the shop, I'm only here for a couple hours, but when I'm editing the videos, I'm really deep in there through the eyes of the camera. I'm seeing stuff through 100mm macro lens that I don't see sometimes when I'm over here. And I was looking at that forward fish box and just thinking to myself, we can make this better. We can make this awesome. We can make it just as good as having a coffin box that costs like $2,000. And what I'm talking about, today we're gonna customize that fish box to be a cooler. It's gonna be used when we're doing fish brines, when we're holding ice. I wanna be able to hold ice for days in there. So that's why I'm gonna spend the time, I'm gonna spend the extra money, and today we're gonna apply more foam to the bottom of the fish box there. So it's gonna be surrounded by foam, 360 degrees. Even the hatch lid is gonna have foam as well. So that's what we're working on here today. I wanna be sure that when I'm offshore fishing and we're loading the boat with mahi, you know, it could be mutton snapper, kingfish, doing a saltwater brine has a lot of benefits. The flavor and the texture of meat is always better when you brine a fish. It kills the fish faster. It's just nice to be able to hold ice a lot longer. If you're just doing sandbar trips, you're going to the Bahamas. So I'm gonna spend the extra time and money going through this with Shane. We're gonna see just how long we can keep ice in there and how much room we can get out of it. All right, guys, so I'm in the boat here with Shane. As I told you, we're bouncing between boats, my boat and David's boat. They're the exact same thing. They're just in different parts of the process, so it's nice that I get to show you this today, as well as what's going on in the other boat. But today, we're customizing the fish box, and I think this is just an awesome idea. And Shane came up with a great plan where we're gonna lay this foam in here, and it's gonna kind of fit all the different angles here properly. And then we're eventually gonna glass over it. And what we're gonna accomplish is we're gonna have a really solid cooler, you know, a coffin box essentially. I mean, it's gonna be large quart cooler here. You're gonna be able to throw a ton of ice in here. You're gonna be able to make a brine. If you wanna just throw beers in here or just keep ice for days, this is gonna be accomplished by having this thing 360 degrees of foam in here. Exactly. So Shane's gonna finish this off for us. And that's it.
Yep, basically we're just gonna, I'm gonna lift this back up, I'm gonna clean it with some acetone, and then I'm gonna smear RJ all over the place, and that will allow the coring to bed itself into it. And then after it sets up, I'm gonna come back and grind a radius on everything and cover it in glass and sand that and gel coat it, and it'll be a custom made cooler.
All right. So Shane, I get asked all the time, what is RJ, man?
It's just a, it's a bonding putty that, and filling. There's two different types. There's 4001, which is for filling and bonding to glue stuff together. And then they have another one that is just to fill in spots. Like we'll fill in chimes, stuff like that, hard edges that you don't want to grind out a bunch raw surface. So we'll just drag a little bit of RJ like next to coring. You can put it in between, but it's real thick, like dough. Real thick dough consistency. But like right here, see, bonding and filling compound. Okay. And RJ, it's a brand. It's like you'll hear me with
so it's not spelled RJ, it's actually ARJAY.
Yeah.
I was spelling it RJ like it was an abbreviation for something.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, but It's like cake frosting. Strawberry cake frosting.
All right, so to win a shirt, all you got to do is comment below and tell me, is it worth it to spend the extra money here and make sure this fish box is the best possible cooler it can be? Comment below, let me know if you agree with what I did here, and tell me what type of fish you would be putting in here. I know I'm gonna be putting snapper, mahi, kingfish, maybe a wahoo, and this time of year, blackfin tuna. So let me know if you would do this and what kind of species of fish you would be putting in here. I want to know what you're catching. Let me know. I'll pick a winner in the next video to get that awesome livebait.com t-shirt.
I'll lightly sand the inside of it right here just to kind of smooth out the trial marks. But what will happen is right here, you can't glass that edge like that. Plus it looks kind of crappy. You know, I can't leave nothing like that. So I'll end up grinding this at like a 45-degree angle. All this coring, basically I'll just kind of round it off and kind of fade all that in. It'll kind of look like this right here. See how that is? Mm-hmm. That's basically what the top of that, all the way around that, right down there where the drain is. I'll grind that back a little bit so it'll have proper drainage across this top side right here. Will be done also. This up here, I'll probably fill this a little bit, and then like I said, I'll taper right about where that drain is what I'll do. So that's basically it. And then after it's, like I said, faired, I'll put a couple layers of glass on top of it, and then we'll gel it, and then there's a custom kill box, fish box, whatever box. It's insane the amount of, because it's all hand done. The radiuses, everything is handmade to it. So it's definitely custom as custom gets.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video today. Let me know in the comments, do you think it's worth it? Do you think spending the extra money on these customizations is worth it to get the boat of your dreams? For me, now that I'm really deep into this build series, I think that it's worth all these little customizations, because I really think I'm gonna keep this boat for a long time, if not a lifetime, and at least hand it down to somebody who might want all these customizations as well. That's the beauty of all these semi-custom builders out there. Everything is up for discussion. If you can dream it, bring it to them, talk to them about it. They can probably come up with it. Here at Latitude Boats, they're open to everything I'm discussing. And I've even had some ideas that are off the wall here, including plumbing that fish box, making a bait well. I decided not to do that, but it's still in the back of the mind. How awesome would it be to flick a switch, have a ton of water in there for the days when I'm bringing hundreds and hundreds of pilchards into the boat, and we're going offshore and we're chumming for blackfin. So if you guys like this video, please hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more of the build series going forward, we're going to be talking the motor, we're going to be talking electronics, I'm going to be showing you guys more customizations, so be sure to subscribe. My name's Captain Mike, and this is ReelReports.com. Tight lines. You guys got to see this. On my way to Fort Myers, I like to stop off at all these preserves on the way right off of Alligator Alley. You never know what you're gonna see over here. Sometimes we see snakes, we see gators, we see all kinds of birds. Just a ton of Mother Nature at her finest over here. And today, she did not disappoint. We got an alligator over here floating upside down, and the vultures are just having a feast over here. Just one after another, just jumping on top of it, and they're tearing the thing apart.